So we've got this 2004 Chevy Tahoe this customer brought to us. He actually brought it from Texas so that we can do all this work for him. It got a bunch of different parts and it was a really cool build. Start off, we did a Dana 60 up front, an 05 and up Dana 60. We geared it with 488s, an ARB, new brakes, new ball joints, the whole works. And then to match it, we did the 14-bolt rear, and it was a factory disc brake 14-bolt rear. So a little bit wider, much nicer brake setup. And again, it got 488s, and we put a Detroit locker in it, so it works full time. No worries about it breaking down, nothing like that. And then for the front suspension, what we did is we did these 8-inch Fox coilovers, so 2.5 by 8 Fox coilovers, and we used WFO's towers there. They're coilover towers, and they're frame plates to help us get that all in there. And then we built our own track bar bracket to utilize the stock track bar for this lift height, which is about a 4-inch lift. When the truck came in, it had a 4-inch lift on it, so he wanted to keep it somewhat the same lift there, so we kind of shot for that for him. Obviously we did the radius arms, so they're the 05 and up radius arm mount brackets. Stock ones on the frame, or on the axle, and then on the frame we built our own brackets to mount those two. So really nice ride, really good handling. He wanted to go with a little bit larger tire than what he had before, so we went with these Nittio Trail Grapplers 38 1350 17s, and we wrapped those around the KMC bead locks, and it turned out really nice. I believe these are the KMC tank bead locks. So really nice setup, and it looks really good on the truck. Come back to the rear, we did Chevy 63s. Now these stock come with a coil setup in the rear, so kind of a 5-link setup from factory. And what happens is the frame is real wide and then it narrows up here in the back, so it kind of makes it a little tougher to be able to put leaf springs on it. So what we did is we put the leaf spring mounts on the wider part of the frame, just right under the frame like standard, and then underneath the frame in the back here we built our own tension shackle style shackle mounts that bolt to the frame in some stock locations, and then we welded as well. And this helped us keep this low ride height because of the body mount and that location there. It's really hard to get low, especially if you do a compression shackle. So we opted for this style to keep us a lot lower, which gave us that about a 4 or 4.5 inch lift overall. Nice looking 14 bolt with the ballistic fab diff cover there, so 3/8 diff cover. Fox shocks help control the rear there. So then too, he wanted a little bit more gearing option than what you would standard be stuck with these trucks. And because he wanted to drive it on the street a lot, you know, that's why we went with the 488. So this thing cruises great at 70 miles an hour, you know, great RPM band. But to get that better gearing off-road, so I didn't compromise there, we went with a 2-speed Atlas. So it's a 4.3 to 1 Atlas. We bolted up to the 4L60E, and it worked beautifully. Very simple install. Didn't have to massage the body at all. It fit in there really nicely. And we paired it with the 1350 CV drive lines, both front and rear, so that we kind of avoid as much vibration as we can, and it works very well. Kept most everything stock up front as well. The steering, for instance, this utilizes the stock tie rod there. And then for the drag link, it's still got the stock drag link end on the axle side, and then a Chevy drag link on the pitman arm side. And then we got this drag link from WFO. It utilizes one of their Duramax kit drag links actually, so made that real nice and easy. ARB diff cover, we wired that ARB, plumbed it up to a twin air compressor, ARB compressor, which we'll show here. So mounted the twin ARB compressor here with a custom mount that we had to come up with just for space wise to get fitted in there, so it mounts the compressor and then the manifold in the back there for the ARB and the solenoid and all that. And then that's plumbed to two large. I think they're 1.5 gallon or 2 gallon tanks underneath where the spare tire would be. So he's got plenty of air. No worries about running out of air. Even if you swap that AirB switch solenoid on and off, it doesn't even kick the AirB on at all. So no worries there. But I kept it nice and simple under the hood. 5.3, real reliable drivetrain. This is gonna be an awesome truck. He's picking it up here in a couple days. He's gonna drive it from here all the way to Texas. So it's about he says a 22-hour drive. So we don't have any worries about it. You know, obviously every new build's got its quirks, but this one should be real solid, real easy driver. Once you drive it, it feels like you're driving any Tahoe. It even drives a little bit nicer than that. So yeah, we're real excited with this build. Turned out really nice. You don't see a whole lot of Tahoes, a lot of full size, but it's kind of what we like to do, and a little bit different. And hopefully we get to do some more of these in the future.